Hi everyone, welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. Today I am reading a Dr Seuss book called Would You Rather Be a Tadpole? Nope, I don't think I would, but let's see. All about pond life. Now if you have a look behind me, there is a beautiful pond, and I've actually seen some goldfish in that pond. I wonder if they're going to swim by. They're not very big, but see if you can spot the orangeness of them. There is a leaf over there that looks orange. They're kind of that colour. See if you can spot them while I'm reading. Near your house is a place of which I am fond. It's a body of water that we call a pond. This one is written by Bonnie Worth and illustrated by Aristides Ruiz and Joe Matthew again. Hope I'm saying Joe's last name right. It's a bit tricky. Love Dr Seuss books because he rhymes all the time. One of my favourite things to do. There's the tadpole. Near your house is a place of which I am fond. It's a body of water that we call a pond. I'm going to visit it. You can come too. Your mother will not mind at all if you do. Well, you should ask her first, Dr Seuss. The sunshine beats down, helping pond plants to thrive. The plants feed pond animals and keep them alive. From the top to the bottom, I think that you'll see that this pond here is lively as lively can be. Yep, this one's pretty lively. There's things going on top of the water and underneath it. The smallest things here are so tiny, I hope you've thought to bring with you your new microscope. A microscope or a magnifying glass is a good way to see things nice and close, like my glasses help me to see. Come look at this slide where in one water drop tiny algae plants and animals hop. So a slide is when they take a sample and they put it on a thin piece of glass and then they put it under the microscope to have a good look. See what he's doing there? And he can adjust it so that he can see it nice and clearly. These living things feed a good range of creatures like freshwater snails and slippery leeches. With their teeth like files, snails scour and glean the algae off rocks. They pick them quite clean. Leeches eat worms way down in the muck. Leeches have muscles that help them to suck. They suck your blood if they get on your leg, so you have to put salt on your leg to get them off. You have to be careful of that in the Australian bush too. You might hear the buzz of insects around. A pond is a place where insects abound. Abound means there are a lot of them. Metamorphosis, which is shown on these pages, is one great big word for an insect's life stages. Metamorphosis. That's a tricky one. This bug changes little from nymph to adult. Incomplete metamorphosis is the result. So some of them don't change all the way. Complete metamorphosis. See Thing 2's chart. He's made a chart up here. Maybe you could do that for science. Complete metamorphosis shows egg, larvae, pupa and adult, the last part. The life of this insect has 4 distinct stages. Can you see the changes that occur as it ages? So it starts as a pupa. No, starts as an egg, then turns into larva, then a pupa, and then an adult. Like a butterfly, it has stages too, doesn't it? Most pond insects bite. Water boatmen do not. Water boatmen look like little insects that are rowing across the top of the water. I saw some here before. We'll have a look later and see if we can see them. As nymphs, they live down in the leaves and the rot. Breathing under the water is really no trouble. They swim to the top and drag down a bubble. When the air is used up before they can drown, they capture another and take it back down. When they are ready to take off and fly, they swim to the surface and let their wings dry. This is a fact that will shock and amaze. Some insects live only 2 or 3 days. Before we leave insects, let's visit one more. It's called water strider. In fact, I see 4. With long legs, it runs on the water, and yet it doesn't fall in and it doesn't get wet. Look at those long legs. Its belly is waterproof. 2 middle legs row, 2 hind legs steer. You'll be happy to know. These insects are prey to the fish, frogs, and birds. Of these we'll go on now and say a few words. The sunfish can swim near the surface like so. The bullhead and darter both swim down below. Pumpkin seed teeth are so sharp they don't fail to crush shells and eat up a freshwater snail. Bluegill eat larvae, a fine fishy treat, for crappie the algae are tasty to eat. These fish should be wary. Oh, listen to the motorbike going past. Did you hear that? You want to know why? Kingfisher is watching from that tree nearby. We have kingfishers too. When the moment is right, and this is my hunch, it will swoop down and have... what rhymes with hunch? Some fresh fish for lunch. These ducks like to nest in the grasses on shore, laying 3 or 4 eggs, and sometimes even more. When ducklings hatch out, they follow the mother, all in a neat line, one after the other. Ducklings are covered with soft fuzzy down. Down helps them to float, so they won't drown. The down is their feathers. Mum teaches dabbling, dunking head over feet, to fill up the bill, with good food to eat. The grooves in their bills drain the water, you see. The name for the grooves, why they're called lumily. I never knew that about a duck's beak, did you? At the pond you will meet, if you have any luck, a swan or a goose or a whistling duck. I used to have whistling ducks in my creek at home. With swans or geese, get ready for this, their voice may come out sounding more like a hiss. That's their warning sound. Get away. They're very protective. What is that sitting over on that fallen log? I think you can tell me. Of course, it's a frog. A frog lays her eggs in a clump, and that way the eggs seem too big to be eaten as prey, so they stay in a big lump. Inside of the eggs the tadpoles grow, the gills to breathe under the water, you know. They try to blend in. Look under those logs and I think you'll find at least 6 baby frogs. In 2 weeks, more or less, out pop tadpoles. At 5 weeks, a tadpole changes some more. Hind legs pop out when there were none there before. Then 4 legs sprout out from 2 lumps by its head. It loses its gills and it's getting lungs instead. How amazing! Its mouth and jaw widen, its tail starts to shrink. This tadpole looks like a frog now, I think. You may wonder what makes that loud croaking bellow. Bullfrog is the name of the loud croaking fellow. It puffs up and lets loose. It's the way bullfrogs say, "Don't try to eat me. I'm too big, stay away." They do look very big when they puff up that throat. You'll also find here something else rather cute. It's the amphibian that's known as the newt. They are very cute. An amphibian, just so you understand, lives part-time in water and part-time on land. The newt hides its eggs among the pond's weeds. Weeds offer protection a little egg needs. When the egg hatches open, a larvae swims out. It lives in the water and swims all about. The larva gets bigger and turns into an eft. That's the red critter you see on the left. The eft crawls about on the land on its legs, but returns to the pond when it's time to lay eggs. Turtle buries her eggs on the banks in the spring. Eating bugs from the pond is her favourite thing. Now, the turtles that we have at the beach, they lay their eggs deep down in the sand. It's pretty amazing. I'm hoping I can do a read one day when they're hatching, because I've seen the little bubbas come out and they're just a bit too cute. Most turtles bask in the heat of the sun. If you look on the rocks, I think you'll see one. Basking is when you just lie there soaking up the sun. Your mother is calling. It's lunchtime, I see. Tell me, which kind of pond life would you rather be? Of all that I've shown you, pond life as a whole, I'll tell you right now that I'd rather be a... What do you think the cat in the hat would choose? And what rhymes with whole? Tadpole. Oh, yeah, no, not a good look. Not a good look, cat in the hat. I think I like you better as a cat. What a fun book. Here's the glossary again. But I think I explained most of those words. Oh, an amoeba. I didn't tell you about that. Amoeba is a blob-like organism not visible unless you use a microscope. And the gills are the breathing organs of some underwater animals. To glean is to gather or collect things. Grooves are long, narrow cuts. Larvae is the young animal that changes shape and grows to become an adult. So that's its form when it's little. A microscope is an instrument used to view things, and we saw that with the little boy on the first page. Prey is an animal that you hunt for food. And scour is to clean something by rubbing very hard. And spirulina is an algae plant that can't be seen unless you have a microscope. Very interesting facts in that Cat in the Hat book. But you know he likes to get up to mischief too and have a bit of fun. Well, I hope you liked the spot that I read to you in today. Let's have a look in this pond now and see what we can see. I wonder if those goldfish are going to show me. Now, can you see those long stick-like legs on the water there? I don't know if you can see that, but that is those insects we were talking about. They cross the water with those long legs, and remember their belly is waterproof. I can't see any boatmen, only the long stick leg ones at the moment. The boat ones swim along, you'll see, and they look like they're rowing a boat when they move. But I don't know where Mr. Goldfish has gone. I wonder if I put my hand in the water, will he think he's being fed and come over? Where are you, Mr. Goldfish? Nope, he doesn't want to show himself today. I bet you any money when I turn the camera off, he'll come swimming around. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I hope you could see those insects, and I look forward to reading to you again soon. Bye for now.